Hey, what's up you guys? Installing a trailer hitch on your Hyundai Santa Fe Sport can take you to some really cool places, like camping, biking, or even towing a U-Haul trailer just about anywhere in North America. Let's go ahead and break down that install. You'll need the tools seen here to complete this installation. To start, we're going to remove our spare tire. To do so, we're going to use our spare tire kit that comes in the back of our cargo area. And then we'll just set this aside. Next, on the driver's side, we're going to remove this underbody panel. We're going to start by removing these 4 push pins. And we're going to use a flathead screwdriver to take those out. With those push pins removed, we're just going to pull down on this. And we're going to set this aside. Now we're going to repeat on the passenger side. This one only has 3 push pins. So now we're going to lower our exhaust. It's held in by 2 exhaust hangers, one right here and one right there. Now before we remove those, we need to support our exhaust so it doesn't fall all the way. So we're going to take a strap and we're just going to go around this cross member right here and support our exhaust. So now we're going to go ahead and remove those exhaust hangers. Now to do so, we have a special tool. We have some exhaust removal pliers that we're going to use. Now if you don't have these, that's fine. You can also just use normal pliers to get that off. Now to make it easier, we're just going to take some soapy water and we're going to spray it down first. So if you'd like more room to work with your hitch, because this doesn't give us a whole lot of room by just removing those 2 hangers, we can remove a 3rd hanger that's located right behind our cross member right here. We're going to go ahead and do that. So we want to point out that we have these bumper pins on the inside of our frame that are partially blocking the holes that we'll be using to install our hitch. Now we want to be able to trim this down. We're just going to use an air saw so that we can better get our bolts into place. So we're just going to trim off about 1 inch of that. So now we're going to raise our hitch into place. We're going to be using our U-Haul exclusive hitch jack. If you don't have a hitch jack, we recommend that you get an extra set of hands as this hitch is pretty heavy. So now let's go ahead and put all of our bolts into place. We're going to start with 2 of our long bolts. Now these come with conical tooth washers and we're going to go through the side of our frame. Now they're going to go from the outside in, so let's go ahead and put those into place. And we'll repeat on the other side. Now on our 2 bottom holes, we'll be using our small bolts that also come with conical tooth washers. And we'll repeat on the other side. Now on the back of our long bolts, we're going to install a conical tooth washer and our provided nut. Now back on the passenger side, we're going to do the same thing, but first we're going to install our provided plate. Then we'll put our conical tooth washer and our nut. Now we're ready to tighten and torque all of our bolts to the manufacturer specification. If you need to find those specs, you can find it in the description below. Now to tighten the bottom bolts, we'll be using a 16mm socket, and for our long bolts, we'll be using a 19mm socket. Now you'll want to hold the other end of the long bolt with a wrench so it doesn't just spin. So let's go ahead and tighten those down. And now we're going to go ahead and reinstall the exhaust. And then we'll go ahead and remove our strap. So now we're going to go ahead and reinstall our underbody panels. Now we have to trim them so that they can fit back into place since the hitch does get in the way. Now we're going to start by showing you the passenger side since the trims are a little different on both sides. And if you don't want to trim these, that's fine. You just won't be able to reinstall them, but you can just leave them off of your vehicle. So let's go ahead and show you that on our passenger side panel, we're going to be cutting out around our most rear attachment point that's on the top. So we're going to be cutting about 2 inches deep around here on both sides. So we're going to use an air saw and cut that out. So after doing a test fit, we found that we need to cut a little bit closer to this side of our attachment point. Now with those cuts made, we're going to go ahead and reinstall our panel. Now on our driver's side, our panel is a little bit different, but we're still going to do the same thing. We're going to come a little bit closer to the attachment point where we're just going to go ahead and cut off the sides. Now before we reinstall this panel, we want to point out that if you're installing trailer wiring, you have a pre-wired plug located right here behind the driver's side wheel well. Now that way you can follow our video that's going to come up on the screen right now for that install, and you don't have to reinstall this another time. And now we'll raise the spare tire back into place. With our hitch installed, we pulled our vehicle down onto level ground to show you some important measurements for your hitch accessories. This is a 2-inch receiver. From the pinhole to the end of the bumper is 4 inches, and from the ground to the top of the receiver is 13 inches. This will help you determine the length, rise, and drop for your hitch accessories, such as a bike rack or cargo carrier. So that wraps up our install and our video. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions about this product, or if you'd like to schedule an installation with a U-Haul Hitch professional, you can visit your closest U-Haul Hitch center, or you can visit us online at uhaulhitches.com. Thank you.